Yeah, what's up, y'all? It's EKM, here to bring y'all the year-end list of 2024. I was gonna do a whole production with this thing, big green screen, all that. Then I realized this December 16th, and my lazy ass just made the list today. It was not gonna come out this year. So, we here in the car, little vlog, in between plays. We gonna run it, man. I just want to talk about, some shit I like this year. Music, movies, all kinds of bullshit. Last year, y'all got in your feelings a little bit. Stay out your feelings this year. This list, all these lists, they mean absolutely nothing. I'm not the Grammys. I'm not the Emmys. I can't get you rich. I'm just a dude talking about some shit that I thought was cool. So, chill out. For real. But let's get into it, man. My list for the year, best of list, you feel me? All opinions. It's my personal favorites. It's not the best. It's not the most popular necessarily. It's the stuff that I liked, like I said. So let's get into it, man. My personal podcast of the year, obviously I'm not going to put my own stuff, so make sure you tap in with the WichitaPromo podcast as well as my music at EKM, all platforms. I'll list everything below and shit, you feel me? But my podcast of the year this year, first off, I'm going to say the Running the Light podcast. It's two local comedians, Eric and Frankie. It's produced by Jacob Clark. It's a really funny podcast, super just like fun and easy to listen to. I really enjoy it. They have good guests, so make sure you check them out. I really enjoyed the Commerce Connects podcast with Hannah and Jacob. Great local guests. They have really interesting convos. And man, it's a lot of game on this podcast. Like a lot of free game for artists, businesses, all types of shit like that. So make sure you tune in with your business mind. The Aaron and Austin show, shout out to them. Great fun podcast. And they be showing a lot of love to just like local music, really local everything. They just show a lot of love. I fuck with them. They interview people. But it's really more, instead of like the straight interview, it just feel like homies chopping it up. It's cool. I really fuck with their vibe. Tap in with Humble Talks with Humble Greatness Studios. Dope local platform that interviews artists and businesses. Really puts me onto a lot of rappers for real. The Team Uncut podcast at the Cookie Store. Always entertaining. They touch on a lot of current topics. It's a dope podcast. Make sure you check it out. It cracks me up a lot of the time. They funny. Yeah. And the Thinking Out Loud podcast with Samuel David. It's a really good podcast with both like entertaining and really like important, informative convos. So I really fuck with that. Again, it's a lot of free game in that podcast. So make sure you check that one out. Moving on. I would say my photographers of the year. Obviously, I'm going to put my girl in there. Ray Media. She does live music, event photography, boudoir, portraits, everything. Starting to film now. So make sure you tap in with my girl. Outside of that, Canon by Coop's been killing it this year. I'm not that knowledgeable in photography, so it's not a lot I can say. But one thing I can say is her consistency and her quality is crazy. Like, I'm talking like, it's like the magazine shots, you feel me? Like, it looked like it needed to be like the cover of some famous shit. She got crazy quality, so make sure you tap in with her. I'm not even going to try to say this name for the Instagram, but shout out to the homie Alexandra. She been going crazy too. I'm gonna put the Instagrams and shit on the screen somewhere, you feel me? But she been doing some super dope work, and she real versatile with it, She'll take pictures of anything from like local artists, local events, like architecture, nature, like anything. And she really been killing it lately with that. Shout out Des Division, another really dope photographer. Like I said, I don't know too much about photography, so I can't say a lot, but the quality is like top tier. You know what I'm saying? And I really fuck with Des Vision. She be really like creative with the places she shoots. Like it'll be like a boxing ring and then like a U-Haul truck or some shit. And it's like I wouldn't have even thought to set that up, you feel me? So dope creativity on that. And also Shots by Jordan. Shout out to Shots by Jordan. Hey, I'm one taking this, so I'm a stutter and everything. But Jordan been super consistent, super dope with the event photography. If you an artist in town, I feel like if you a rapper in town and you not tapped in with Jordan, you not paying attention. If you an artist in town, you need to get your photo shoot in with Jordan for sure. So tap in with bro. Sliding into like another lane that again I'm not that knowledgeable about, not that tapped in with. Movies. I ain't gonna lie. I was involved just as an extra in the Seeds. So I'm basing most of it off that. I did a little short with Troy. Shout out Troy. Called Rogue. It's on YouTube right now. That's all the experience I really got. I did an interview with Titus. Y'all can go check that out. That's out right now. I don't remember which episode that was, but was a really good episode. And, he further put me on to, like, Brave Films. Shout out to Brave Films. Like I said, I got tapped in a little late. I made this list today and shit. So it's mostly the seeds, I ain't gonna lie. But to be honest, is a great movie you need to tap in with. Go check that out. Tap in with Brave Films. I'm excited to see more of their work next year now that I'm like tapped in. Get them included a little more on this shit. Hopefully tap in with them in person, get them on an interview and everything, Shout out to the Brave family. With that being said, my top actors of the year personally, I got to go with my guy Titus. He been putting in work. You see him everywhere. He go crazy, man. He got a great work ethic, and I feel like he's really versatile with his acting. He can play like a lot of wide ranges of parts. So I really enjoy watching Titus in a movie for sure. Shout out Ty Avery. Did a great job playing Tobias in the Seeds, main character. I really don't think I can come up with like a better dude to play that role. He just really killed that. I don't even know too much more to say. Perfect guy for that role for sure. Alonzo. Shout out to Alonzo. Alonzo was hilarious as like Tobias's like best friend character. Alonzo always got like great comedic timing. But in the Seeds, he really impressed me because he also got like that serious acting too, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but there's like scenes where, him and the other friend who I'm gonna put in there too. Actually, we'll say it right now, Mikhail. The other friend of Tobias, they both have a lot of like serious scenes where they just like real suspicious of his girl and everything, and I felt like they really killed that part. So shout out to both of them for sure. Also shout out to Scott. I'm gonna put everybody's last names too, by the way. I ain't trying to butcher too many names. That's crazy. But shout out to Scott. He played a detective in that movie. He really killed that role. I always think Scott kills his roles. And shout out to Scott, man, because he does some dope stuff for the city. Shout out to the poetry shows that he be involved with up at Simply Sangria. That's a really dope thing for the city. I really like that. My actresses of the year, I'm going to say Alexandria Nicole, lead in the Seeds. Great job. Honestly, I feel like that's like a really difficult role, because I don't want to give too many spoilers again, but this is a little bit of a spoiler alert. If you've seen the Seeds, she starts off in the movie as just like, a sweet lady trying to find love and everything. And at the end, you're like, damn, she crazy as fuck. Like, she played like a difficult role. It's really like an emotional roller coaster. So she really killed that for sure. That was a really good performance. So shout out to her. I'm going to say Mercedes Hayden. She was in a Rogue short with me. She killed that shit. Shout out to her. She's a super talented actress and just a really hard worker, on and off screen. She does a lot of work behind the scenes too. So shout out to that. And shout out to Nicole Henson, also in that Rogue short with me. She really killed that shit. She did a great job on her part. She's been putting in work all year. And shout out to Paris Jane for her work on and off screen too. Paris been putting in a lot of work off screen that y'all might not see, but like if you on the sets, you see it. You see it. So shout out to Paris Jane, man. And movie ain't even out yet, so it don't make sense to be on the list, but I had to at least give a quick shout out to Sophia too, because dog, she been killing that shit. I think if I remember right, maybe I'm tripping, but I feel like Troy Said Snooze was like her first film. And I'm sitting here behind the scenes. I'm not gonna say nothing about the film, but I'm watching the acting when I'm an extra and shit. She killed that shit. She seemed experienced. It don't make sense that that's her first film, so I might be tripping on that, but shout out to her because she killed that shit. I'm super excited to see how that turned out. Man, with that being said, we gonna go into what I know a lot of y'all are waiting for real, the music. Honestly, when it comes to albums this year, y'all dropped like double the music last year. Like when I was trying to figure out albums of the year last year, I had like 50 to choose from, and I was trying to dwindle it down to like 10 albums. Shit, I came up with like 10 albums this year in total. I was like struggling to like find albums that dropped. So, with that being said, we just kind of combined the hip-hop and non-hip-hop when last year we had it separate. So this year, albums of the year, me personally, I got Star Chaser by MX versus the Railroad Industry. I think that's how you say it. MX, not Max. I don't know. You feel me? I'm always reading on the Instagram. But shout out to them. That Star Chaser album was super dope. I had a good time listening to it. Just a good vibe. I don't even know what genre it is for real. I have no idea, but it's fire. Smooth. Shout out to Black Sheep by Omen H. Man, I always say it. I'm wearing the Omen shirt right now. You see it, the Black Sheep shirt. Omen is the most slept on rapper, maybe even artist in the city in general, man. So consistent, always hard bars, hard delivery, great beat selection. Omen is an artist that, like, I should see getting, like, all the opportunities here. I should see him on every stage, you know what I'm saying? Like, when a celebrity comes, that's one of the motherfuckers I put in front of him. That's a hard worker, and he cold, man. So shout out to Omen. Black Sheep went crazy. Obviously, also, y'all already know I'm going to put Hippie and Wizard Go to Memphis on there. Hippie K and Wizard Mac. Dope album. I don't even know. It's a lot of bangers on there, bro. If y'all have already heard me talk about it a ton this year, man. Y'all know, y'all already probably know a lot of that music based on that. Y'all have heard me. I've had Hippie on multiple times. I need to get Wizard on. That album go crazy, man. It's some bangers. And I got another one coming soon, but I won't say too much on that. But after that, I got to go with Blog Era is Dead by XV. Legendary rapper from Wichita. Super dope, bro. I love the production on this album and the bars throughout. For anybody in Grand Budapest Hotel, we're like spun daily for a little while there. I'm still fucking with them. That shit goes crazy. Yeah, tap in with that for sure. I'm not even going to try to say the next one. Again, I'll put it on the screen. But that joint that Bandini and Rail G put together was smooth as hell. I really fuck with that. I love spinning that on like a long drive when I'm smoking or something. God Loves Ugly by June MP3 was crazy this year. Super fire. Really creative. Great beat selection. As always, great lyrics with June. Great flows. But really, like, I like that he was like playing with his voice on this one. A lot of inflections. I really fuck with that. It's something a little different. Shout out to Toxic by Lil Fo. Fo been putting in work this year. Super smooth and consistent album. Still pretty new, so make sure you go check that out. There Is No Me Without You by 8-0. Again, just great bars, great beat selection. Another dope project, so tap in. Wichita Savage University. Again, just dope, smooth vibes, dope bars. Tap in with that. Mr. Domino by Tommy Newport. Not necessarily from here, but, you know, he got ties to Andover from what I've heard. So I tapped in with it, and, man, it's an incredible album. Like, it's really feel like it's some, like, hits on here. Like Billboard topping hits. Like, some really crazy shit. It's crazy to think that he used to be around here, you know? So, shout out to that, man. Moving on, we'll go to music videos of the year. Man, y'all got in your feelings last year. A bunch of artists being like, oh, what about my song? And then I look it up. It don't even got a video. Music videos of the year. We talking about the video. We're not even saying the song. We talking about the video work, the cinematography, the color grading, the transitions. You know what I'm saying? So, music videos of the year for me personally. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll stand out and say the number one. I ain't listing anything else, but the number one music video of the year by far. Dog, that All in My Head by Frank Sativa, shot by Owen Mills. Man, that's a movie, bro. I watched that like 50 times myself. That's got to be my favorite music video I've ever seen come out of Kansas. And I don't even know if Owen Mills is in Kansas. I just know Frank is. Man, that shit is insane. I don't even know how to describe it. It's so creative. Every single shot. Like, the choreography of, like, the dancing and the skateboarding is going back and forth in the background. How he played with time, the angles, everything perfect, man. I love that video. So shout out to that. Make sure you check that out. Obviously, if we talking music videos of the year, I got to put on that Big Body by DeAdrian Harding with the Baby. Shot by Real Goats, you know. Y'all already know about that one. Everybody do. It's a crazy videography, crazy edits. That's a crazy moment for the city. So, you know, you got to put that on there. After that, got to put on that Northside Baby by Gritted T. Shot by King D Visuals and Unique Media. That video's so hard, man. Shout out to Gritted T. He been putting in work like crazy. And bro be bringing out the whole damn city, bro. Shout out to that shit. I love the support shown in this video, man. That's how you put on the city for real. So that shit was dope. Also, I got Bird's Eye View by Wody and Chris Soap, shot by HZ Films. That shit was fire. Great cinematography. I love the little intro, like goes with the drums in the beginning of the song. And then just like great selection of like angles and color. Like there's moments in the video where like the wall will be split with color right here, and there's one dude on each side and shit. And I was like, man, it's just such a smart, creative video. So shout out to that for sure. Man, I'm gonna get my phone ready because I gotta show y'all a piece of these. These is crazy. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that, because y'all don't realize it, but all these videos be demonetized, bro. This is definitely getting a copyright now, but it is what it is. I gotta show y'all these. My songs of the year this year, y'all. Again, this is me personally. This is all opinions. My songs of the year, number one, I got to go with Frank Sativa. That All in My Head. That gets played almost every day. It's such a vibe. Man, listen to this, y'all. Come on. Come on. Who making shit like that, bruh? Hey, the switch up with the pitched up vocals. I love that shit. It's so catchy. It really gets stuck in your head. And I don't know who made the beat on this. Let me see if it says right here. Maverick something. Yeah, shout out to Maverick. This goes crazy. Again, I love the vibe on this whole thing is crazy, but this little pitched up vocal part right here.
I can't believe it. Got me dancing in my room. I can't believe it's true.
Hey, that shit go. What? Yeah, that song go crazy, man. Come on, make sure you go check that out. I don't even know what genre that is for real, but that's so fire. That's definitely one of my songs of the year. Shout out Frank Sativa, man. Go listen to that. Go stream it. It's on all platforms. Like I said, that also has the best video of the year for me, so make sure you tap in with that video. Also on the songs of the year, I had to put in that Love Your Neighbor by MX versus the Railroad Industry. It's got Stretch Hansen on it. I love this little opening. Hey, that's such a vibe. That little riff is crazy, for real. Whole song is a vibe, but that should be caught in my head for real, so I had to put that on there, you know? And then we gonna switch it up completely after that. This song be stunning me every time I hear it. I had to put on that Let Me Burn by Hourglass. Man, I love the aggression and the emotion on this track. It's got smooth transitions. Dog, who engineered this? That shit hard. Hey, I don't know nothing about that type of music like that for real. As y'all know, I'm a rapper. Like, if I'm being real, like, shout out to the engineers and shit. They be making it. Wizard Mac be doing magic on my vocals, right? It's a little different. I don't know how they do like rock shit. Cause you know they got a bro screaming. I don't know how they engineer that. I don't know how they do the instruments and all that type of shit. Whoever their engineer is incredible, bro. That shit be sounding so crisp, so professional. Every time Hourglass drops, I gotta tune in. So make sure you check out that song. And after that, I had to shout out Fire by Keo and them. I want to say this was actually came out in 2023 and it was re-released this year. But regardless, I had to put it on there because it's such a smooth fire song. Like, it's called Fire. It goes crazy. It's such a smooth, like, I don't know. It's such a vibe. How can you not fuck with this?
Stop telling me to calm down.
Yeah. You feel me? I just want to spark a joint, smoke. Come on. Sip some wine. Come on. That shit's so smooth. We really got shit like that in Wichita, man. Y'all hear the diversity in that, the versatility? It's crazy. But we gonna move on from that, and we gonna go specifically into the rap songs of the year. Me personally, I had to put in that In Vain by Omen H, again from that Black Sheep album. I love the sample. The sample on this, the beat selection is crazy. I don't know how this sounds playing through the mic, but you know, it's better than nothing, you feel me? Y'all hear that sample? That's crazy. He got great bars through this, you know? Be staying in my head. And I gotta split his brains. Come on, bro. He be spitting. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's stupid. It goes crazy. Omen goes crazy. I had to put that song on there. Me personally, I've told Omen, I like all of his music. Bro, I'm a sucker for samples. Anytime he hops on that sample shit, man, I listen to that song all the time. I probably play this In Vain every other day, for real. I'll be streaming the fuck out of it. I also had to put on that For Anybody by XV and Mike Summers, feature from Toby. That shit goes crazy. Again, the sample. Mike Summers. Incredible production, man. Incredible. I love this beat. The bars are fire too, man. XV's flow is crazy. This whole track has such like a nostalgic vibe to it. It just, it's one of those songs that just make me happy, you feel? Like, it just made me smile. You know what I mean? It's cool. Come on. Come on. Come on. I feel like my childhood. That's fire right there. I love that. Man, I had to put on that another one by Lil Fo. Again, I'm a sucker for samples. Anytime somebody got a nice sample chop, I'ma love that personally. So the beat selection is great. I love Fo's flow on it. Really just laid back vibe. Kind of really got like a motivational feel to it too, you know?
Copped a new chain and a new pendant for it. That's step one. I don't give a fuck.
What? That shit sound crazy in the core.
Bread coming, baby, hit my phone, got some neck coming. And the kitty coming too.
Yeah.
I've been living comfortable. I done got my hustle on.
Come on. Yeah, that shit go crazy. Shout out Fo. I had to put on that Savage by Hippie K on there. Shout out to Zelby on I believe the production on that. Yeah. Yup. I fuck with this song Savage, man. You know, y'all know I be around Hippie a lot. I've heard a lot of music. This is my personal favorite of the year. Just real catchy, man. That hook just infectious. That shit stick in your head, you feel me? You be singing that all day. Relatable lyrics, you feel me? That shit fire. After that, I had to put on that Hothead by Lanel. You know, it's in parentheses EBK J-Bo flow. I love the aggression on this track.
Baby, do your one dance. I like the way you move your butt. I'm not the type to trick on you, so come and pay me for my love. It's not all about what you do, it's how you move if you the one. Look, I dropped right out of school and told my mama I'm a thug. Still on papers too, but I'm still trying to kill you if we bump. That nigga I used to call my brother, I try to kill his brother though.
You hear that aggression? What the fuck? That beat so hard. Flow go crazy. Yeah, man. Shout out to Lanel for that one, because he killed that track. That might be my personal favorite Lanel track. That and I think it's called Only the King. I be listening to them all the time, man. And last but not least, man, I had to put on that I Got It by Laylo Holmes on there. Such a smooth track, man, like always with Laylo. Laylo don't ever drop nothing that ain't smooth as hell, bro. Everything he dropped just got that laid back vibe to it. Perfect shit to smoke to. You feel me? Like, if you check out my Spotify, I got a playlist called Wichita Smoke Session, and it's a lot of Laylo on there. Yeah. Come on. You telling me you spark a joint, this ain't a vibe? Yeah. Come on, that shit go crazy, man. After that, man, we got top producers of the year 2024. We gonna speed through the rest of these. My top producers of the year, honestly, y'all should already know, because I be shouting them out all the time, man. Shout out to Wizard Mac. Shout out to Cartoons. You know, I spent a lot of time up at NICA, so y'all already should have knew those was going to be the first two names that came out of my mouth. Make sure you tap in with them on the production, Wizard on the engineering. Shout out to Dutch. Fuck with Dutch heavy. Shout out to Soho. Fuck with Soho. Shout out to Jay-Z. All three of them been crazy consistent and crazy versatile with the beats they send me. Make sure you tap in with the WichitaPromo album that's coming soon. It's going to be everybody on there. Also, shout out to Nestakai. He been going crazy on his YouTube with the beats. I've been fucking with him. I never go on YouTube for beats. He's the only beat maker I think that I'm subscribed to on YouTube right now, for real. So shout out Nestakai. He hard. My top restaurants and food trucks in 2024. Me personally, I've been going to Jimenez Tacos anytime I get the chance, man. That's my favorite spot in town. Amazing food, super good people. I fuck with Jimenez. And great prices. Like, everything on the menu's fire. It's cheap. It's perfect, man. You got to pull up. That's my favorite spot in town. Shout out to Q's Carryout. Great food. Love the burgers up there. Great prices again. Like, you really can't beat that shit. They got $5 meals. Where else you gonna get full for $5? That's crazy, bro. Fast food more expensive than that nowadays. Come on. Nelson's Kitchen. Definitely a staple in the city, so you probably already know. I'm super glad they got opened up in a new spot. Make sure you go get you some Val's Sweet Heat Wings. And I got to put on El Fogon. In my opinion, the best al pastor in town. I personally love the tortas and the tacos. Super fire. Some of my favorite and just like most visited like businesses, shops, shit like that in town that I just want to shout out. Shout out to ICTBooks. I personally love this place. I go here all the time. Sometimes I don't even be buying nothing, if I'm being honest. I just go walk in and just look at stuff because it like sprouts ideas for me for real as a musician. I'll see a movie and be like, oh, I haven't thought about that in years, and an idea sprouts. Shout out to that place, man. They got thousands of used books and movies, super, super cheap, like $1 or something like that. It's crazy. Opened up a new building recently, and it's super nice. Go check them out. Shout out to Knockout Sneaker Boutique and YBG Studios. One of the best spots in town to grab you some shoes, some custom, hoodies, sweaters, all that type of shit. Really dope work. I love YBG's work, so tap in. Curated glass. Make sure you tap in with Curated. You feel me? I'm coughing off the smoke right now. Make sure you tap in with Curated. That super dope glass shop in town. They got everything you need to get you feeling right. You feel me? Shout out to Muddywear. One of my favorite spots in town to go for clothing. Super cool people. Really dope looking shop inside. I fuck with Muddywear on the south side. Super dope. Shout out to 316 MMA. Great gym that I'm super fucking excited to get back to for real. The experience I had up there was great, man. The team that they got, not only are they like incredibly skilled, the coaches are great. Like they really feel like a family up there. It's a really dope vibe up at 316. So I'm excited to get in there and take it serious and start learning for real. Yeah, that's a dope spot. Shout out to 316 MMA. I want to give a shout out to Game On 316, another great local spot to get clothes up on the north side. Really dope shop. Check them out. And shout out to Kinzie on the tattoos. You feel me? Rest in peace, my brother Dalton, DEP. Shout out to Kinzie on the tattoos. I'm finna get a lot more with her. She working really hard this year. She tapped in with a lot of people. She going crazy with it, so shout out to her. Lastly, I'm sitting here coughing through it, man. I don't know what's happening. Lastly, my personal favorite event venues of the year. I love Kirbys. Shout out to Kirbys Beer Store, man. I love the support that they be showing the locals. It's such a dope looking venue too. Anything you do with a camera in there looks great. And also always good like sound quality when I've been in there. I've never had like a problem at Kirbys. So shout out to Kirbys. The Wave, as always, dope layout, dope big venue. Some really cool shows up there. Big events for the city. Shout out Oddfellow Hall. Dope indoor venue with some cool, like, it's a cool spot with like a big stage and floor. You could throw some really dope events in there. Always good sound quality from what I've seen. Nortons Brewing Company. Always a cool vibe. I really like that place. Been to a couple shows up there this year. ICT Fest comes to mind. Lots of seating, indoors and outdoors, and it's just a really cool like social setting, And shout out to Naughty Angels Cabaret. Brand new spot that just opened up right beside Onyx. They got some cool events coming up. They just announced OMB Peasy, so shout out to them. They've been tapping in. And yeah, with that being said, I think that's it, man. That's the lists. I didn't come up with too much more, man. Like I said, I winged this whole thing. I did a one take in my car. This is 29 minutes, you feel me, of talking by myself for the first time. Don't judge too hard. Don't get in your feelings about my selections. Make your own list. It helps the city doing shit like this, you feel me? Shout out some stuff that you thought was cool. And yeah, appreciate y'all for watching. I'm going to link shit below so you can find all the stuff I was talking about. Please make sure you check it out. Because like I said, this ain't monetized. It's not much benefit to me when you watch this video. I mean, it's cool. I appreciate it. But, I'm not making money on this shit. So go tap in and let them make money. Hit the description. Go follow these people on social media. Yeah, appreciate y'all for watching.